billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. My dear students, assalamu alaikum to all of you. My dear students, as you know very well that I am Mrs. Afshan Qasim, your English A teacher. In the month of August, we have two units. One is Our Little Princess and the other one is poem A Nightmare, which we have already done. In the month of August, unit number 9, your books page number 81, A Little Princess. Friends, dear students, as you seeing that the topic is A Little Princess. It's a story of a little girl, Becky and Sarah and Miss Minchin. These are the characters of this story. This story written by Francis Hodgson. My dear students, Sarah is a very simple girl. She wants to live a simple life like an ordinary girl, and she does not want to show her wealth to other maids and other young girls. She understands the human feelings. She understands the nature. She understands the feelings of the other one. According to Mr. Barrow, Sarah had been made a pamper because her father, Captain Crewe, had died. In my opinion, Sarah would be able to handle the life in poverty, as she wants to lead a simple life like an ordinary girl. She does not want worries in her life. Sarah Crewe was written in 1888 and was later made into a large version, A Little Unfairy Princess or A Little Princess. Motivated perhaps by the play's success, Burnett penned a longer and somewhat altered version of the story, A Little Princess, published in 1905. Not knowing this, I made the assumption when I first encountered Sarah Crewe as a child that this was a version written for younger readers, much like the condensed copy of Heidi that I owned it was. I was struck by some of the differences. Sarah seemed different and I did not like her as well. In the longer story, the author had noted that if Sarah had been another sort of child, her early experiences as a grand and rich show pupil would not have been good for her. In Sarah Crewe, she declared that they had not been good for her. Between the two versions, Sarah indeed became a different sort of a child. Ready? Okay, ready students? For the next paragraph, Miss Minchin was scandalized because Sarah forced her to stay Becky in her birthday. Because Sarah loves Becky, she wants that to Becky stay at her home in her birthday party. Miss Minchin was the head of all the maid servants and she did not like the superiority of other servants. She wanted that she was the head for all the time. Sarah experienced somewhat shy. Sarah is looking like a girl. She always feels shy and very intense because Miss Minchin described about her large experienced somewhat shy and very intense because Sarah is always looking like a shy girl and he always hesitates to talk to anybody. Sarah is a very simple girl. She wants to live a simple life like an ordinary girl. She wants to play with dolls. She wants to play in the playgrounds. She wants to play with the girls of of her same age, and she does not want to show her wealth to anybody or to other maids. Understand that? And she understands human feelings. According to Mr. Barrow, Sarah had been made a pampered child. In my opinion, Sarah would be able to handle the life in poverty. She wants to lead a simple life like an ordinary girl. She does not want worries in her life. She always wants a peaceful life. She always wants a happy and healthy life. My dear students, as you are seeing that in this unit we have 8 question answers and 2 exercises, exercise B and exercise C. Question number 1, why is Sarah called a princess? Question number 2, from Miss Minchin's early comments and actions, what impressions do you get of her? What feelings did Sarah experience just before and during Miss Minchin's speech? Question number 4, what do we learn about Sarah's character from this story? Question number 5, what prophetic remark does Lavinia make about Sarah? Question number 6, do you think Sarah would have been able to handle life and a pauper? Give reason for your answer. Question number 7, which words, phrases and ideas in the story tell us that this was written a long time ago? Question number 8, do you think Miss Minchin's attitude towards Sarah would have changed after learning of her father's death? Give reasons for your answers. My dear students, we have 8 questions in this unit, but I am omit 2 or 3 questions of this lesson, and I will explain in our lecture that we will do only 3 to 4 questions of this unit, and after that we will continue exercise B and exercise C of this unit. Question number 1, we will do what do you learn about Sarah's character from this story, and the answer is Sarah is a very simple girl. She wants to live a simple life like an ordinary girl, and she does not want to show her wealth to somebody and to other maids, and she can understand human feelings very well. Question number 2, according to Mr. Barron, Sarah is a pauper. Answer, according to Mr. Barron, Sarah had been made a pauper because her father, Captain Crewe, had died. Question number 3, what do your opinion by Sarah's character? In my opinion, answer is that in my opinion Sarah would be able to handle the life in poverty, and she wants to lead a simple life like an ordinary girl. She does not want worries in her life. Dear students, in exercise C, explain what is mean by the italicized words in the following. A. Miss Minchin was betrayed into something like a small junk. Here we have to explain the word betrayed into something. It means she did it against her will. It means she did it against her will. B. It really had not occurred to her to think of them in that light. Here we have to give the meanings in that light. The meaning is from that point of view. The meaning of in that light, from that point of view. C. Becky, who was not expected to partake of refreshments, had to indiscretion to linger a moment to look at these beauties. The meaning of Italy's word was in mannered enough. Was in mannered enough. D. Miss Minchin drew herself up even more rigidly. Miss Minchin drew herself up even more rigidly. The meaning is stood up straight. The meaning is stood up straight. E. Diamond mines spell ruin oftener than they spell wealth. Diamond mines spell ruin oftener than they spell wealth. Answer is lead of financial disaster. The answer is lead of financial disaster. My dear students, in exercise C part 2, how was it said? Use the following expressions in sentences of your own. Include the proper punctuation. First word, remark succinctly. I thought she expressed her feelings, remarks succinctly in the meetings. B. Said stiffly. Laurie marched out of the house stiffly without saying goodbye. C. Answered snappishly. The sentence is, sit down, I tell you, said old father, answered snappishly. Number 4, ejaculated. I challenge you. I challenge you. He ejaculated and pushing back his chair, he rose from the table. I challenge you. He ejaculated and pushing back his chair, he rose from the table. Number 5, answered with jerky brusqueness. Answered with jerky brusqueness. His tone was answered with jerky brusqueness. It means झिड़क के जवाब देना, किसी को तुर्की ब तुर्की फ़ौरन जवाब देना. Last one is approved. The last one is approved. The plans was approved by Alexander II. The plans was approved by Alexander II. Now exercise C part 2 is finished. Thank you students. In the end, my dear students, thank you very much. In the end, we have to say that the moral of this story, Our Little Princess, is that we should always be polite, calm and sympathetic for each other. We have to cooperate with each other. We have to give an space to each other. We don't do